Good morning, student. In previous lecture, we have started our topic measurement of resistance, in which further we have started measurement of low resistance, where we have studied its first method, that is ammeter voltmeter method, in which we have studied the shunting effect of voltmeter. Now coming to the second method of measurement of low resistance, that is potentiometer method. Basically this method is used for very low value of resistance, and here DC potentiometer is used as an instrument. This is a laboratory kind of method. So now coming to the diagram of potentiometer method. Basically here in this method, this X is the unknown resistance connected with this ammeter, and ammeter is in series with this rheostat, and rheostat is there to limit the current through the circuit. This standard resistance is connected, and all these are connected in series with this battery source, which is a low voltage and high current supply source. While selecting this standard resistance, we have to keep two things in mind. Like first one is the resistance of this standard resistor should be accurately known and should be like of same order of the resistance under the test, like this X, and the current rating of this standard resistance S should be of same order or higher than the resistance under the test or this unknown resistance. This ammeter is inserted in the circuit to indicate whether the current is flowing through the circuit or not, or to find the approximate values of current through this S and X. Here the exact value of current need not to be known. The current flowing through the circuit is adjusted so that the potential difference, if possible, across each resistor is about 1 volt. Here there is a precaution that if the current lead used in the circuit should be of adequate X section, so that the current of the resistor will not do the heating effect in the leads. So it's a kind of a precaution to just not give the overcurrent here. So here what we are trying to do in this method, the simple operation is there, where we are going to connect the leads of potentiometer across this X and this S separately. First we'll connect the leads to one of the resistor, then to another one. The voltage drop across both the unknown resistance X and standard resistance S are measured by this DC potentiometer. The ratio of two potentiometer readings give the ratio of X to S. So we'll find our X from this equation, like X by S will be equals to potentiometer reading of X divided by potentiometer reading of S. So if there is a resistance here, so which will be equals to V by I, or same here in the below case, Vs by I. So the I will get cancelled out, because we have, by adjusting, we have made the current under both the cases constant. Whenever we are measuring the voltage across this, we are taking the current constant as same as whenever we are taking the measurement through this. There should be not necessary that the current through both the resistance is exactly the same, but approximately it should be the same one. So this I will get cancelled out, so the value of unknown resistance, this X, will be equals to S multiplied by the potentiometer reading of X divided by potentiometer reading of S. So by this we can find the value of our unknown low resistance. Here in this case, the accuracy of this method depends upon the stability of current across this X and S during the potentiometer reading. So there's a necessary that the source of the supply of current through the circuit is extremely stable, so there is no fluctuation of current through these both the readings of potentiometer. This is basically a kind of disadvantage or a main disadvantage of this method, which is mostly dependent upon the current. However, the errors due to possible variation of the supply current is minimized by the several methods or arrangements we can do. We can take their mean values of voltage drop across the two resistance, and if necessary precautions are taken in this case, like if we have used a good potentiometer and a sensitive galvanometer for the measurement of accuracy, the high accuracy can be obtained by this method because the potentiometer has no shunting effect on the resistance under the test, as we have that effect on our previous case we have studied in ammeter voltmeter method. There is a shunting effect of voltmeter on the resistance, so here that disadvantage or a drawback is not there. So here in this lecture we have studied about potentiometer method. In next lecture we will study the Kelvin's double bridge method, its operation. It's a part of a measurement of low resistance. So here I am ending this lecture. For the lecture notes, this will be provided on our college website soon. For any query you can write me. Till then, continue your lectures. Stay healthy, stay safe.